Not to mention, I've received a few complaints about you.
Complaints?
Noxious odors.
What's up, guys? Today we're talking about Send Help, directed by Sam Raimi, with a script by Damian, Shannon, and Mark Swift. Rachel McAdams plays Linda Liddle, an ambitious, if not overzealous, finance strategist, anxiously awaiting a long-promised promotion from her now-dead CEO, played by Bruce Campbell in a blink and you'll miss it cameo. Bradley Preston, the insufferable, entitled frat bro son of said CEO, played by Dylan O'Brien, shirks Linda's promotion. Still, her tenacity lands her on their trip to Bangkok to finalize a pending merger. Their plane crashes, and in true Sam Raimi fashion, all hell breaks loose on these two sole survivors. Before we go any further, I'm going to go ahead and drop a spoiler warning, so now's your chance to pause this video, go watch Send Help, and then come back and let me tell you how to feel about it. Now, I'm gonna get you. Sam Raimi is back, baby. Send Help is such a breath of fresh air, sitting comfortably in between Evil Dead and Drag Me to Hell with its zany horror goofiness. While the movie takes a little bit to get going and peters out a little during the climax, it showcases why Raimi is such a singular talent in cinema, as well as being a testament to the acting prowess of Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. Even when the movie tries to make Rachel McAdams' Linda Liddle repulsive and disgusting, all the microaggressions and pressures she experiences from the men around her make her endlessly endearing. I question if this movie works as well without her total commitment. It's just raw physical energy from her the entire time, and she nails every single beat. Rest assured, that same kind of humor imbued in all of the best Raimi movies is front and center here. I was reminded of Nia DaCosta's recent 28 Years Later The Bone Temple and its masterful control of humor amidst chaos. Sam Raimi's blend is much more cartoonish, and he truly gets performances out of his actors that feel like he's got Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny on screen. Dylan O'Brien, who I just watched in the excellent Twinless, is putting in great work as well. There's a hilarious montage sequence where he scolds Linda as she leaves him alone on the beach that just feels ripped out of an episode of SpongeBob. His short, facially contorted descent into entitled madness. Not to mention the castration scene where Linda has tricked him into eating a paralytic octopus, which makes him go completely numb. His strong physicality is harnessed adeptly. He matches McAdams' freak perfectly, and they are both a joy to watch together on screen. He plays this rich, white scumbag so well, and even when it's revealed that Linda may not be the innocent, nebbish cubicle worker we once thought, he still manages to be more treacherously venomous. I found myself pretty enthralled with the setting, and as a fan of the TV show Survivor, I really enjoyed watching Linda thrive on the island with starting fires, gathering resources, and adapting to this other side of the workplace. The script does a great job interacting with office place tropes, misogyny, and toxic masculinity. The movie looks great, and the lighting on the island especially stunned me. Its palette is surprisingly colorful compared to most modern horror. Raimi knows his way around a camera. His eye lingers on nostrils and lips, capturing how nasty humanity can be. In matching the actor's physicality, the camera is utilized to give this movie a bonkers energy, lots of quick zooms, and plenty of blood and guts for good measure. And the blood and other fluids are appropriately viscous and disgusting. There's a match cut at the movie's finale that is absolute comedic perfection. Poetically, it involves a golf club. Bill Pope's cinematography matches Raimi's freak, and being a previous collaborator, their shared visual language is another part of why Send Help feels fresh and fun throughout. There's also a killer reference to Halloween 2 in the Linda and Bradley jungle showdown, and that Evil Dead-esque coiffed hand on the beach with the engagement ring is just perfect horror imagery, and it's so funny. Now, when it comes to the CGI, there are times when it is so evident that it pulls you out of it a bit. That said, the cinematography, lighting, and production design, as well as Raimi's history with ramshackle shock and awe, gives even the clearly CGI scenes a heart-pounding tactility. It's a movie that's aware of what it is and for how silly and funny it feels. Its CGI didn't bother me in the way that a movie like Fantastic Four First Steps would. There's still clearly a lot of effort going into all the gooey viscera on screen, and there's almost something funnier about how cartoonishly scary the boar looks. And this movie does have some genuine jumps in it. I'm afraid of heights, so the cliff scene with Linda and Bradley lurched me from my seat, as did the nightmare sequence after Linda lets Bradley's fiancé drop off said cliff. For those not so much into the horror of it all, fear not though. This is more so a thriller than a straight up horror movie. The movie's approach to its themes is understated and smartly done. Even when Linda survived a plane crash where prior Bradley and his crew were laughing at her earnest Survivor audition tape and saved Bradley and kept him alive, he continues to subjugate and treat her like someone he can control, an employee. When she's built up a camp and begins preparing to hunt a boar to feed them, he questions her about the spear. What is that? The same way a male coworker might do that in the office. He was never an advocate for her, but Linda continues to help him carry the torch despite his microaggressions and disrespect. When she teaches him how to survive, identifying berries that would be poisonous, he appropriates them to essentially be used as a roofie so he can prioritize his own escape. This is the plight of women, consistently uplifting and providing the work so that men can pillage their success and take advantage of them. The script wisely chooses to keep Linda in the driver's seat, as she thrives in this new climate, whereas Bradley shrivels up like a prune. The nature setting symbolically is integral to the idea of women being earthly. Corporate male power is meaningless in the jungle of Linda's prowess. The script is full of all these allusions to the ways women must remain composed and beautiful to be taken seriously. I can't stop thinking of the scene where she tucks her shirt into her pants in front of Bradley before going to hunt the boar. Something so powerful in these seemingly minute acting choices. And I'm a fan of anyone who gets to puke in their shitty boss's mouth. Good for her. But who's really the crazy one here? McAdams and O'Brien's interactions work so well because they are just as committed to Raimi's bit. The tension between the characters is constantly shifting. I felt myself feeling for Bradley in some moments when you think he's turned a new leaf, only to reveal his true selfish colors once again. When Linda lets her guard down after a night of drinking toilet wine, you begin to think that maybe they'll live happily ever after. Even knowing she has been gaslighting Bradley to maintain this perfect island facade to keep them from returning to the office. Command of empathy is important in this movie. Linda's grasp on reality may be just as frail as Bradley's, but the way they keep the power dynamic swaying makes each scene exciting and tense. I will say, I wish that Raimi had gone the distance just a little bit more, especially in the shock and awe department. This thing could have just been meaner. I also understand that cutting someone's dangling participles off isn't quite in the spirit of the film. It would have made the movie much darker and turned Linda into a truly conniving villain, which she still kind of is, but she's more of a compelling anti-villain. But it's more so that she is reacting to the way she is mistreated as a woman in the workplace, both behind the desk and away from it. A little bit more blood and gore wouldn't have killed him, though, and emotionally, we didn't get to connect with these characters past their caricatures. Still, Raimi does a great job of skewing expectations. For a movie that could have come out rote and predictable, they do a good job, almost too much so, of zigging and zagging the audience. Raimi likes to keep you guessing. In the hands of another director, Send Help may have just been another dumpuary 2-star horror thriller. But with Raimi's patented visual language and strong direction, with an appropriately melodramatic score from Danny Elfman to fit the mood, he concocts a tropical island nightmare that is as fun to idealize as it is to fear. While the script left a little to be desired with some open-ended and underexplained ideas, it does still manage to land the plane in hilarious fashion, tying a nice bow when all the references trickled throughout. In the end, it's a low-stakes, excitingly sun-soaked thriller with some career-best acting performances from the two leads. Not to mention, this movie got made on a $40 million budget, which bodes well for a Raimi-style Blumhouse release schedule. I'd love to see him get the Osgood Perkins treatment over the next few years, maybe putting a movie out every 6 months. His return is welcome, and I look forward to him bringing more spirit back to the current movie landscape. It's always a walk on the beach with Raimi, and never a bore. What did you think of Send Help? Is this your new favorite Sam Raimi movie? I want to hear all your thoughts, so leave all the comments below, and before you go, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more. Until next time. Oh, I'm getting a call here. Yeah. Noxious odors? From my office? My movie reviews stink that bad? Come on!